Aloha, everyone. My name is Irvin Russell Pelton Jr. I am the second son of Irvin and Betty Pelton. Some of you have heard that for a long time. So, okay, we're going to talk story again here, folks. This is another video. We haven't seen you in about 6 months, so we're going to tell you what we've been doing for the last 6 months to bring you up to date. And there's a reason why that this video is probably one of the most important. Again, all of them were important. Okay, the last 6 months, Kayla, my dog, Tiny, Tiny's an 8-foot teddy bear that belongs to Kayla and I, and myself, we've been over in the Puna area on the big island of Hawaii where the lava flow erupted on May 3rd. Now, we went to the Puna evacuation areas to help out. And the first one we went to was the evacuation center in Pahoa, Hawaii. And we set up a barbershop. And when I say we, again, Kayla, my blue heeler companion, Tiny, some of you know, he was an 8-foot. He is an 8-foot tall stuffed teddy bear, and he travels with us. So we went over to the Pahoa Evacuation Center and we set up a barbershop. And the very first day we got there, went in, hi, we're so-and-so, we're here to volunteer help out. Can we set up barbershop first? So we set up a barbershop. And the first day alone, I cut 17 heads of hair. 17 heads of hair. And it continued on like that. I've been cutting hair over there free for 5 months. Never charged anybody yet. But one of the stories, I cut a gentleman's hair about the 3rd or 4th day of we were at the evacuation center. And I met him 2-3 weeks later, and at the front of the evacuation center, at the entrance, we were down there doing stuff, blah, blah, blah. And this gentleman, he comes up to me. Now, I'm speaking loud because it's windy, as you can see with the trees behind me. So I do want you to be able to hear me. This gentleman came up to me, and this is about 3 weeks after I cut his hair. And hey, Barber, how you doing? Blah, blah, good, good. He said, can I talk to you? Yeah. How you doing, blah, 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 blah. So on and so forth. He said, can I give you a hug? I'm like, sure. Yeah, I'll take a hug in a minute. So we hug. And when we pull away, folks, he's got tears in his eyes. And he's like, I got a story to tell you. He said, I got a son that I haven't seen in years. We haven't seen each other in years. And he didn't know if Daddy was alive or not. And we haven't communicated and stuff. So when that newspaper reporter did our interview, and what he meant by that is while I was cutting his hair, another reporter showed up and asked if he could do an interview at the barbershop and so on and so forth. Yeah, come on with it. I tell him on one condition. This is the story. The man right here is a story. I tell that to everyone. The person in my chair is a story. I'm only here to serve as a volunteer. You ought to hear their story. So he interviews us and stuff like that there. And then a couple days afterwards, that interview was published, and then it went on the internet. And unbeknownst to him or I, it went on the internet, and he told me that his son in the mainland was sitting on the internet and seen his daddy's name. And he started reading the article. He hasn't seen his dad in years. And he's looking at the newspaper, and they're saying Pahoa Evacuation Center, and there's his father getting a haircut. He calls the Pahoa Evacuation Center, identifies himself, and tells them, please, is my father there? So they naturally tell him yes, because that's a part of the process of helping people, connecting them with families. So he leaves a name and number. And so this man is standing to me 3 weeks later. He's like, my son found me because you were here cutting hair. And because that reporter showed up. And because he sat down in the chair. And the list goes on and on. That moment that we were cutting his hair, we were just doing this, folks. And a few days later, he found his son that he hasn't seen in years. Now, there's a reason why I'm telling you all these stories. In this particular video, there's another one coming too, let me say, because I don't want to make this one too long for you. Okay, so there's many stories. I'm going to save this one here for the beginning of next video, okay? But I want to tell you a couple other things of what Kayla, Tiny, and we did there. We took on Wednesdays, we started a fishing trip. We took people fishing every Wednesday to get them out of the evacuation center. Now, when I say evacuation center, it's a park in town with a big gym and soccer ball fields and parking lots. They turned it into an evacuation center, so people living in the parking lots under tarps and tents and what belongings they could bring. That's all. Some couldn't bring nothing. Some couldn't even bring their animals, you know. So, but Kayla and I and Tiny, we started a Wednesday fishing trip, and I could only carry 4 or 5 people in my car and take them fishing. The first time we went fishing, we used sticks and fishing line because we didn't have none. But we were determined to go fishing. We ended up, by the grace of God and some wonderful gentlemen, ended up getting fishing poles and reels and so on and so forth. But some of the other things that I did, I cleared land and cleaned it and cleared it because the volcano destroyed so much and so many people. So after cutting hair and stuff, I started meeting people, and I would go out to their homes and stuff, and I would help them pull weeds and cut trees and pull garbage and try to rebuild their homes where lava had destroyed them and stuff like that there. I drove people to the doctors, to the stores, to their homes. We helped them pack up to get ready for evacuation. We even helped evacuate some of them and took them to the evacuation centers and stuff. We helped them, we took them to the airport. We took people to the hotel. We took members to other family members' house. I picked a lot of them up when they gave up, and I wiped a whole bunch of tears. And I gave a whole bunch of hugs, and I got a whole bunch of hugs too, you know. And the reason why I'm telling you this is the Barber, Kayla and I and Tiny, we need your help. We need your help very, very badly. And so that's what this video is for. It's running kind of long. Okay, I built roofs of houses, sheds, tarp homes. I built a dark barbershop. When Kayla and I first got there, we pulled an evacuation center. We're volunteers. I'm not there to get anything. I have more than any man on this earth deserves. I am blessed beyond belief, folks. So I pull in at, but we end up building a barbershop out of tarp over by a baseball diamond with the bleachers. And Kayla and I slept in there at night and cut hair during the day and went out to people's houses and helped them and ride and so on and so forth. And this is important too. Not once did I ask for anything. I didn't ask for no money for gas. I didn't ask money to buy the food that they needed. I didn't ask money for labor. And anytime someone tried to offer it to me, I told them what I'm telling you right now. I, Irvin Russell Pelton Jr., am so blessed. More than, again, any man deserves. Now, there's something too. One person we helped, and I'm doing this in memory of you, Lizzie. One of the things I did is a young lady, not a young lady, an older lady. I met her at the evacuation center, a sweetheart, an angel that walks this earth, folks. And she took me out to the neighborhood, and I helped her pack up her for some evacuations, and a couple of her neighbors too. And another friend went, and Kayla went, and so we went right back by Fisher 8. We were wearing gas masks, and we were praying that we would make it safely. And those of you that know Herb Pelton, I did some pretty stupid things, to get to where I had to go, but that's okay. So Lizzie, we out there 4 or 5 times. We move her to the evacuation center. We helped her out. We had a privilege of being good friends with her, and she died. You know, this tape ain't to make you sad and think what. She's no longer with us. I got pictures of her on this phone that I'm taking this video. I got videos of her telling news about the cracks in the road and the houses being up and burnt. And I had, because I'm blessed more than any man in the world. And this video is Kayla and I and Tiny need your help. And I know you're going to help because we all want to pay it forward. And Kayla and I need to pay it forward. I'm going to take and make sure I said everything for this one. On 11 minutes, I wanted to keep it at 10. Okay, I'm going to end this one, but another one's coming, okay? There's another one coming, and it's going to ask you to do something for Lizzie. I'm going to ask you to do something, and I'm not going to say the names because our names doesn't matter. They're our friends and neighbors. They're the clerk that you go into the gas station and she's in a very bad mood and you don't understand because she lost her house and she lost this and she lost her horses. We need your help. And I'm going to tell you in the next video. This one's short. The next one's coming next, okay? We love you. Mahalo, nui loa. And that means thank you very much in Hawaiian.